All right. All right. What's going on, Israel?
We got
also 5,000 Karak. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Brakathum to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathan by Shem Yahweh Shai to all the sisters.
All right. Shalom, Israel. Officer 5,000 Kasar Pakad as well. We got a pilot episode, first episode of Unroll the Scroll podcast. We're just going to be going through different stories through the Bible, bringing it to life, couple pictures, couple images, talking about different figures in the Bible that have just incredible stories that people may not have seen from different angles and just bringing it to life. So I talked to Officer Karak about this, and the first person that came to his mind was King David. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
If I may, the biggest deal is making it black, making it Latin, making it native, because the first image that pops in people's head when you talk about the Bible, it don't matter who they are. They always think it's going to be somebody white. Right. You ask them who the Philistines are, they think it's white. Ask them who the Israelites are, they think it's white. Who the Edomites, they think they East Indians somehow,
right.
some way. That's the only one that's never white.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So not only is it making it black, but it's making it nigga. So you understand, like, these stories are closer to home than what you really think.
Right. Oh, son of Christ. Yeah, that's what we're going to say. The rise of King David and showing the images as well as just putting it in the minds of the people out there that these were real men. Their stories were just like our stories. The things they went through is the same things that we went through. So we're just going to hop right into it and just go from the start and see where things go. So I could say we could start at, can you go ahead and give 1 Samuel 15 and verse 3?
That's kind of where I had just posted in the text.
Okay.
Except I started at 13.
Okay. Yeah.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. Verse 4.
Right.
And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Telem.
Let me know if you want me to.
Yeah, whenever you feel, sir.
So, you know what's crazy about that is that's how serious being a prophet is. It's not this, what do white people do? They bless you and they do this thing with their hands and they do all that ceremonial BS that white people do. And the prophet, that ain't how it's supposed to be. A prophet is feared.
Right.
The original young nigga was a prophet. He was more like King Von than King Von. Like, King Von ain't cool. Like, these were OGs, for lack of a better word, giving orders for the young niggas to go out and take care of the enemies of black people and Latin people and Native American people. You know what I'm saying? Those being the names we go by today, right?
Right.
But that's how it's always been in the past. And he said, man, everything. He didn't say bring something back. He said he want that sword to come back wet with blood on it.
Right.
You understand?
And if I may just to go on what you're saying, sir, with Samuel coming through, you know, they said when Samuel rolled through and came into town, the people would tremble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't somebody like they paint Christians and, you know, even fake Israelites, they have different spirits on them. One of the brothers told me, he was like, something about the UPK, just y'all spirit ain't right. I'm like, well, what does that mean? Right. We need some more words for that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk to, you know, girls and young girls and they say, I'm in love, well, what does that mean to be in love? Like, you need some more words. That's just one word to sum up a lot of things that can be interpreted a lot of different ways. You not feeling the spirit. Well, how do you feel about Samuel? Because when he came to town, they trembled And matter of fact, can you read that one? Give me 1 Samuel 16:4. And then and then we'll go
if I
back
can
to
add
it.
something
Please,
too,
please.
What's even wild about that is you got to think. You had Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
He called fire from the sky
Right.
to take care of armies.
Hmm.
To be like, y'all sent these people to me. I call on the Lord, and then fire came from the sky. So it's not like prophets ain't never been cold-blooded before. Another one, if I'm not mistaken, it might be the same Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
They said the kids came and called him bald head. And he cursed them. And then bears came out and ripped them to shreds. Like the prophets ain't never been nothing to mess with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the way they set it up now to make it seem like being a servant of God is soft, it's quite the opposite.
Right. So 1 Samuel 16:4. I don't know if I said First King.
Come.
Yep.
You said 1 Samuel?
Yep. 1 Samuel.
1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 4. And Samuel did which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, "Comest thou peacefully?"
Right.
Peacefully?
Straight up.
Yeah. When the prophets roll in town, people shake. Like Debo, you hear Debo coming through. They know the stories of Samuel when we can go back real quick and how Saul lost his spot. As Samuel said, the Lord told me to tell you to kill everything over there. The men, the women, the children, the animals, everything's got to be cleansed. And to a Christian mind, even that sounds evil. Like I was watching a lion and he was tearing another lion up. And the people in the comments like, this is so sad, or this is nature. This is what it is. I mean, you're going to say this other animal is evil. You humanizing it to a certain extent where that's just not how it is. You know what I mean? So people have been so domesticated in society that they don't understand the rawness of how it really is to be a man or a man of God, and that these people are that evil that they deserve to be wiped off. And we see what they're doing to this day. The tribe of Amalek.
When you think about political correctness. Mm-hmm. Political correctness is really just white people controlling the narrative.
Right.
If black people run the shit, it ain't gonna be no political correctness. It's gonna be exactly what it is, how it is. Mm-hmm. A lion attacking another lion, that's part of the kingdom.
Right.
You understand? It's no different than two hyenas. It's no different than two men boxing it out, fighting it out.
Right.
That's gotta happen. We ain't gotta turn the camera. This is real life. I mean, it's in our history that if you got a son that don't want to listen and all that type of stuff, we gotta stone them. We gotta get out of here, man. And everybody partook in that, so that the people knew, like, and that is the society like you think about the Bible is such a amazing text that you got something from thousands of years ago that you could still read today, and it's unadulterated. Like, that's how strange it is to live in a time where we have all of this technology, but everything is super duper censored. You don't get to learn nothing from censorship. You got to see, what did it look like if you bury somebody to their neck and then everybody stoned them? Yeah, that'll make you not do things that got them stoned. Right. But all the censorship is why it makes the Bible feel like, oh man, that was a long time.
Right. And to like you said, the censorship, the watering down, I don't even know what you want to call it, the effeminization of society, it just takes away from what things are really, what they really are. So, but King Saul, so like, go ahead. Sir.
No, I was gonna say, what is toxic masculinity?
Right.
That sounds like something an effeminate person would come up with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no woman coming up with that.
Right.
That's something somebody effeminate, just like white people. They come up with these rules. They say these are the rules for men and these are the rules for women. And the white man say, I'm gonna just become a woman so I can control all the rules. It's like, that's strange.
So let's get to where in 15 where he told him to bring Agag before him real quick. This is one of the gangster parts. What is that at? I think 15 and let's see. He said so let's go to verse 26.
Come.
Yeah.
First Samuel chapter 15, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord hath rejected thee from being king over Israel.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Like this is why it's important to follow orders, and just as a nation of people, man, we always want to spare somebody, or it's about some type of advancement of us and coming up. Sometimes you got to have morals, you got to have standards, you got to do the right thing regardless of what you think it is.
Right.
You understand? Saul, this brother became weak. He had the whole kingdom in his hand, and he threw it away for business, for prioritizing his money and what the people wanted, and tried to blame it on the people instead of being accountable and doing what he needed to do.
You, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
you look at Donald Trump. He ain't about to listen to the people. He gonna listen to his constituents. He gonna listen to the people that he owe money. He don't give a damn about nobody in the hood. He don't give a damn about nobody in the suburbs.
Right.
If your name don't end with Zuckerberg, what's the other dude's name? Musk, or what's the Jeff Bezos?
Right.
You ain't got enough money to be on his priority list.
Right.
And with Saul, like you said, it happens to, like, a man, a brother, a leader like Commander General Yohana is so different because time, just like how it was for Moses. Moses was an older man and he didn't age like an older man. His eyes didn't become dim. He didn't run into normal things that happen to you when you get older.
Right.
That's the same thing with Commander General Yohana. He's been in this truth since the 80s, but it has not wore him out.
Right.
It has not made him say, well, let's soften on this. You know what I'm saying? So the problem with power is sometimes you get drunk with it and you forget who you're supposed to be serving. And in this case, it was the Most High.
Is anything else on that could come?
That's the end of that.
Read verse 28.
Come. And Samuel said unto him, the Lord hath rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day.
Right. We see it's an image of what, King Saul, Benjamite, the yellow and the green. The Lord took the kingdom from him. Keep going.
Come. And hath given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than you. Than thou.
Better than who?
Better than thou.
Right. So that's what happened to King Saul. And this is where,
if I could just add a little quick word,
sir. Yeah.
The importance of that too is to know who your neighbor is, because we know that Saul was a Benjamite,
right,
and we know that David was a Judite.
Damn.
So your brother is your neighbor,
right?
Not the person that lived next door to you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Get out of hand, man. That's what we're talking about. Like you said, bringing this stuff to life, and what does this mean in our time, in our day? And just thinking like that, because that's what they always told us. A neighbor is everybody. Your neighbor was your brother, another Israelite. Right. You know what I mean? So, and David is better than Saul. David he was a man after the Lord's own heart. Saul had countless times. You know what I was saying a couple of days ago? He had countless times he just kept messing up. Saul lost his spirit and was gone. He made an ordinance to no one can deal with seers and deal with enchantments. Then he went to somebody and telling her to bring back Samuel to look at. They talked to Samuel, ask him questions, man. So he was going after David. We're gonna get into that. But let's keep going. Let's go to
Can I interject?
Oh, please, sir, anytime.
Can you get verse 23 just to really make the point?
Come. Verse like the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Right.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
That's what it was all about. Like, you can't play with God. You know what I'm saying? And blessed be the brother or the sister that is raised in the truth. Because you just understand that from your father or your mother. You know, them leading you. I mean, it's the best part of all of this is this is a book full of blacks and Latino people.
Right.
That's what make it so good, because anywhere you go, when you got that in your brain, you already know, okay, I don't never gotta put a white person's face in this situation. I don't care if you read the book and you put everybody Latino. That's fine. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Just don't make everybody white, because that's the part that messes you up. The minute you think anybody in here with power, authority, or anything is white, that's because of the supremacy that you're living in right now. But this book, if I may, you know how they say if you dug up Benjamin Franklin or George Washington today, they saw a black person, they did it with Captain America. If you unthawed out Captain America today, he'd be like, what are these free-range niggas doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing if you did it with people from these times. If you dug them up and they was like, where the hell am I at? Why are we not in power? Why are these white people? Who the hell is this white man on the TV talking about anything to do with people that look like me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part.
And I've been saying it all day, how they talked about Goliath and all them, like the uncircumcised Philistine, like they just is a different level of people. No matter what state we're at, we're like, these people are all beneath us, because these are the stories that we grew up on. And that's how Jewish people look at everyone. And that's why that's a sidebar though. You know how they say the UPK is a hate group. I mean, they have to be a hate group. Orthodox Judaism has to be considered a hate group, because they believe in the Bible. If they truly believe in the Bible, they believe it's an abomination for a man to lay with a man.
Yeah.
They believe that they should be put to death in their temple or whatever. You know what I mean? If they had the temple and they were they believe that every nation is going to be slaves to them. Right. So how are they not designated as a hate group? Right. If they believe in the Bible, we believe in the Bible. What is the difference? You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Let's keep going. Was that it, or do we have more on where you was at?
That was it on that. But I would say the problem is we go into the streets and tell our people. Right. That's the only thing they don't do is that.
Exactly. And no, that's the reason why we have to do it, because they tell this to the people at home because they already believe they're the chosen people. We forgot who we are. We have to go out and yell at you and wake you up to tell you to serve Passover the top, eat pork, and to do this and to do that. But they already in agreement that this is who we are, so they can have these meetings at home.
Because they don't fight each other like the scriptures say, a house divided can't stand.
Right.
White people in America look at Jewish people as a totally different people, but they respect who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We are the only people that be like, oh, look at y'all. All right, it's two things. We're the only people that look at you in that Power Ranger outfit, because that's how we talk to each other.
Right.
We got the thick enough skin to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Where at the same time, it's like, I gotta be in this Power Ranger outfit, because you have to wake up. You have to remember, I'm not the one that looks weird. You're the one that looks weird. You out here in a suit and tie and a bow tie, selling a bean pie. You the one that look weird.
Right.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be at.
Damn right.
I sound strange and I look strange.
Right.
Because you've been indoctrinated, dumbass.
Facts. Nah, Most High Christ. That is heavy, sir. And you're right, because I remember one of my homeboys in the world, right? He used to talk about, like, the names that we have and how it's not normal being slaves in this place. We accept it as normal for you to have Smith and Jackson, you know what I'm saying, and Williams or Gonzalez or Gutierrez. Like, it's normal to you. He said if a Chinese person came up to you and told you their name was Smith, you would be like, this is a scammer. You know what I'm saying? Like, If they you went to China, you ask them, "What's your name?" They say Shaniqua Brown.
Man, get the hell out of here, man.
You know what I mean? East
Oh,
Indian.
man, she said with the accent. Oh,
Yeah.
Shaniqua Brown. Shut your ass up.
Right. You would know it looks wrong for them to tell you they have a white last name. Right. But we don't feel wrong walking around with white people's names. It doesn't even fit you. You don't even look like a Smith.
You want your last name to be Jones.
Right.
Because I got to say, keep it up with the Jones. So
right,
you
right,
trying to be a Jones
nigga. Right.
That's sad.
And you got something? And then they added to the names too, like even with, your rib and bringing up kids in that you raising in the truth, that are born in the truth, naming them is like if you name somebody Tazaya Wan, it sounds weird, it seems different, but I'm like, it should be. It shouldn't be normal, because what is normal? That's normal. You ask a Samoan, what's the name? Can't nobody say it. I don't know how to say these East Indians names, but that's because they showing you we're not them. It's normal to us. We can all say, I can say Tazaya One, I can say Quarak, Kamama. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is normal to us because this is our culture, but it should be different. That's why they're separate. Everyone's names has always been separate. But yeah, it's like, let's go to the next point. You know what I mean? Where we at with let's go to 1 Samuel 16 and 7, if I may. This stands out to me unless you got anything else. Correct.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance,
right,
or on the height of his stature,
right,
because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth,
mm-hmm.
for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
Right.
Give them the setup so they can know.
So it's at 1 Samuel 9 and 2. That's what I got. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I mean, for what you just. All right, if I may,
okay.
Right? So what just happened is what I'm saying.
Okay.
For him to even say this.
Oh, you want to go up a little bit?
Yeah. You ain't got to go up, but if you want to.
Samuel came into town. The people are trembling. He got the message from the Lord that he's going to come find somebody that's from a Bethlehemite from the house of what? Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
And he get into the town and he like, man, tell them brothers, like, I'm looking for this brother in this family. And they thinking it's going to be one of his older sons, one of his biggest sons. And he's like, the Lord told him, don't worry about how he looks because of this precept right here. Go to 1 Samuel 9 and 2, though. Mm-hmm. It was the exact opposite when it came to Saul.
Oh, okay, that's what you said.
You see what I mean? That's what I was saying. The setup, like, where do we get to this point? You got it? 9 and 2.
You might want to, you might want to start at verse 1.
Okay.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9, verse 1. Now there was a man of Benjamin, whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bethcherah, and the son of Alpha, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man, and a goodly. And there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any other people.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh yeah.
It makes him. You can tell that his appearance was like somebody you would like. You take Usain Bolt.
Right.
He basically looked like Usain Bolt. You over here like that. Yeah, that's there right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's why. Yeah. The Saul, the king, he was taller than everyone else. They said did you get to that part? Yeah. He said he was a foot above.
Keep going?
Yeah. Keep going.
Verse 3.
Oh no. Where does it say he was a foot? Did it say it in verse 2?
No.
Okay. Keep going.
It just said he was higher than any of the other people. So, which obviously means he's taller than your average person.
Right. I guess there's another part where it does say he was like a foot above, or you know what I mean. He was definitely taller than everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Oh, from the shoulder. That's what it says. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any other people. Yeah. So it's like he was, like you said, Usain Bolt's like 6'4", 6'5". You know what I'm saying? Fast, athletic. goodly, like he was a handsome brother or whatever. And, they looked at that as being a reason to follow him. And that's how we are in our carnal minds today. The rapper that's got the chains, that's got the car, that's who we designate as leaders. What did Dave Chappelle say? He said, who the hell wants to hear from Ja Rule at a time like this? You know what I'm saying? 9/11, and they looking for Ja Rule to give us advice about a tragedy, and that's the mind of Israel. It's like, well, who's going to be our leader? Well, Saul. He tall and got all the girls.
Right, exactly.
Everybody likes Saul. He fast.
Exactly. And that's the thing back then.
He dumb as a box, you know what I'm saying? Rocks. Probably don't know anything, don't have no leadership skills, but they went off of that. But go ahead, so it's like it.
No, that was it.
But let's go back to David where he said, we're not looking for this type of brother.
Well, if I may
please.
Thanks for saying it. The difference between David and Saul, especially, was that Saul was what the people wanted. Lord, the Lord didn't want us to have a king, but because we wanted to be like everybody else, and that's how you know this is talking about niggas. Know this is talking about Latino people. What y'all want to be called? Spicks, wetbacks. That's how you know it's talking about us. We the only people that's like, man, I want to be like them. It's like, why the fuck you want to be like? Can we cuss on here?
It's a podcast, sir. I think it's not class, so I think we definitely I think it should be a lot more freedom.
Right. Why the fuck do you want to be like white folks? Man?
Right.
That shit ain't even cool. It ain't nothing attractive about it.
Right.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
But that's always been our character.
Right.
So it's not something we should not pay attention to. But wanting to be like everybody else, you get less than. Whereas David, this is a nigga after the Lord's heart.
Damn.
That's what you want. You want a nigga, I mean, in everything. You want a man with a moral compass, man.
Right.
And the more you learn about David, yeah, he had his fuck ups. He had his places where it was like, that was just a dumb thing to do. But he's a damn man when it's all said and done. Right. But his moral compass, besides his mess ups, showed when he was young. Right. It was like, of course, this man would be the actual person. But the way he was raised up, what made it so cool is just it's just like Christ. He didn't come from like, oh, I started up here. He was a sheep herder. You know what I'm saying? He right. Basically take a job today that's just regular, smegular. That's how he came up, and then now he running things, man. Right. Same thing with Christ. He's a carpenter, which at that point was like, really a carpenter? I thought you was you ain't you King David's great grandson, right? Why you a carpenter? Right. You know what I'm saying? But now he the king of Israel, sitting on the right hand of power, waiting to come back and slay our enemies.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a beautiful thing when the Lord chooses you.
Yeah, I'm right. And that's once again, that whole voting complex, it just comes to mind. A few years ago, it was a guy, I forget his name. He was in Florida, right? And he was supposed to be the next Barack Obama.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the governor of Florida. And we can pull up that article of him. He speaks well and, educated and all that. And I remember Commander Jehan talking about, like, we're supposed to pick a man of the Lord from among our brethren. Being our brethren is the first step. But of the Lord is really the first step. And he has to be of our brethren. But we are reversed. As long as he's our brethren, then we're going to vote for him. We're going to put him in charge. It came out a couple months later. He was caught in a hotel with a homosexual, with methamphetamine, out of his mind. You see what I'm saying? And you realize this is a disgusting bastard. Right. It's no different than having any white man in office. He's not going to do anything for black people. He's up here scamming the people, and we will choose him because of how he looks and how he talks and where he went to school, when that has nothing to do with his values. So David is the first seeing of the glimpse of, none of that matters. Don't focus on the outward appearance. Look at who he really is. So let's go to verse 12, I think, somewhere in there.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 12.
Right.
And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he.
That's wild right there. This brother done sent all his other older children in, and to the point where Samuel like, is everybody? He's like, I mean, I got one more son. I don't know if you want to talk to him. And dude come in like a young Don Cheadle. Like this, that's the thing right there.
Yeah, man.
That look like a young Will Smith, right? Jake come in.
Right. Ready.
Yeah.
Light skin or whatever. So,
you know what I'm saying? Look like he gonna get some bras when he get older. You know what I'm saying? He did. Right. Ain't nothing wrong with not being ugly.
Right.
Africans be ugly.
And so, and then I guess 13 is the next important part. We like I said, we're gonna learn how to navigate this and how we're gonna do it. We just gonna tell the story our own, or we can keep pulling precepts. We'll see how it seems after this. We're just gonna go through.
You ask some people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can do this however y'all want it. We can do it real difficult. We can just break stuff down like how it should be. Like you the reason that this will make the UPK better than every other zone, every other decision you make is we can do whatever needs to be done for you to get it. Right. Okay, we do the class form is so it can be public, man. Right. But what you need, what's gonna make you want to serve the Lord? Because we ain't got no more time for this bullshit, man.
That's right.
What's gonna make you want to serve? You need the story to be gutted. We can make the story gutted, whatever you want to do, man. But just don't sideline this. But at the very least, man, enjoy yourself.
Damn right. Yep. What we got, Kaka?
Verse 13.
Yep.
Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah.
Right.
Verse 14, though. That's the part.
Okay. You're right. Yeah.
But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul.
Right.
And an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him.
Don't play with the Lord, man. Right. The Lord, listen, man. I tell brothers all the time before they leave school, like an idiot, to go do coke, to go sniff crack. Obviously, I've never done it too. I can say that right. You want a white woman. You want to be a homosexual, man. Don't play with the Lord,
right? Because
when He take His Spirit away from you, like that can't. I don't want to know what that feel like, man.
Right.
I don't want to know what that feel like. Y'all not tougher than me. Y'all weirder than me because you can fix yourself in the UPK, man. You ain't got to go in the world and try out stupid shit and figure out, I should have stayed, man. That's bogus, man.
Right.
Stay here and learn. Because when the Lord's Spirit depart from you, He put that evil spirit on you. Now you're talking to yourself. And next thing you know, you in San Francisco on fentanyl. You know how many people I see in San Francisco just bent in half, tying their shoe for hours at a time. Like, how long it take to tie one shoelace? You know what I'm saying? And that's what you just want to get high on fentanyl? Man, it's so much more the Lord got for you. You're wasting it, man, in the white man's kingdom. Now, this is the real question. Where you want to go from here? Because if we hop to the war with Goliath, man, David was. It's an amazing story how this young cat came through. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if I may, I gotta share this real quick. You know how y'all talk about the difference between King Saul before and after. You know what I'm saying? It's just the picture that just the spirit of him. You know what I'm saying? Like when he got older, I posted this in Uraga Bar and said, "Oh, I don't like that picture. He looked Christian." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what Saul became."
It's like Mike Tyson.
He lost his spirit.
It's like Tyson.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Tyson over here losing the fight that he could have easily won. Man,
right.
Don't give me that he's too old to fight. It's Mike Tyson. He could have just went out there and fought. That nigga lost his spirit over weed and money.
Right.
And I know we hop too. We be hopping too far. Probably if we go there because didn't he go to the soothsayer before?
Yeah, well, that'll be in the series 2.
Oh, okay.
We go. But yeah, like I said, this image though, to me, it just seems like the difference between Saul when he was in his strength and then till he just became a hater. Like it just like his whole energy. They say he couldn't sleep, and David had to come in and play the harp for him. And that's like I said, I just think about movies, and it's just like the irony of it. It's like, man, the person that saved the kingdom from being slaves is David. So he got Saul out of the jam. The person that soothed his spirit when he couldn't sleep at night was David. But the same person that he had fear of taking over his kingdom was right there, David, the whole time. So he even had to get him out of his military. He was one of his close guards initially, but he really was the one that, it's just like one of those movies. It's like, man, there's no way you can stop this. This is the Lord. You can't prevent it from happening. But something great about him, but it's something I hate about him.
It's the evil spirit. It's if I may, it's like putting something through a filter, but you don't know what's gonna happen on the other side. Like, oh, it's just an evil spirit. I could deal with it. You don't know what's gonna be on the other side of that evil spirit. Right. They did the song. I mean, that's going way in the future. I don't want to go too far in the future. Okay. But the song was enough to piss Saul off about David.
Right.
It's like your general. How you gonna be mad at your general? He doing what you want to do, and now you pissed off because the bitch is like, because it's all over vagina a lot of times.
And that's another part of accountability too. It's like just like Adam as well. Even when I come to the house, I gotta put the keys a certain spot. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do it, the kids might grab it, and then I don't know where they at. And it's like, man, they did that to me this morning. I'm like, man, I'm about to be late to the council. I'm trying to find the keys. You should have put it up. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, this is not the time. I need the keys right now. But the accountability is like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like Saul never was like, well, damn, I didn't listen to Samuel. Right. He never had that moment. Just like, yeah, I shouldn't be in charge. I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he did not do
maybe they should let this young nigga rise up. No, he gonna find every reason to kill him and prevent his fate. Which is like, bro, you fucked up. What movie was that? Where he's like, nigga, you started selling. Oh no, I think it was in Paying Fool, because he kept asking him for money.
Right.
Because his young nephew had the money, and the uncle was like, no, I see you shining, you getting all this, and da. Why can't you do nothing for me? He was like, you messed up, and started smoking dope. Right. I didn't start smoking dope. Now you mad because you don't got no money. You not the man. Like, what made you do that? Don't blame me. So it's like Saul never took the moment to say, you know what? The Lord gave me a spot. I messed up. I tricked it off, and be better. Young David, he could have pulled David to the side and said, hey, this is how, hey, listen to what these people telling you. These men of the Lord, stay doing what you're doing, young brother. I see you rising up. This kingdom gonna be yours.
His son got it.
You know what I'm saying?
And right. That's the crazy. That's what I'm saying. That evil spirit, you can't control it. General Hyman said this a few weeks ago. He was because somebody asked him like, if Pharaoh did the things that he did that mean, because people believe in what manifest destiny and fate and all that?
Right.
And General Hyman was like, Pharaoh didn't have to be. The hardening of your heart don't mean you have to be hardened. Right. You get it's a choice.
Right.
It's like, all right, free these Hebrews or be worse to them. You're choosing to be worse to them. Saul chose to hate David when he could have been like, it's clear that and Samuel told him. He said, nigga, I'm taking this from you. We read it.
Right.
Since you rejected the Lord rejected you for being king. So who the hell you think is coming to take your spot? It's clearly not your son. He don't want it. Your son loved the nigga that I'm saying is the damn king. What are you talking about?
And helped save him. Yeah. Countless times. So
man, that is some nigga shit right there, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he's trying to get you out of here, man.
Pops,
I'm an old nigga. I don't know how y'all talk. So I know I can tell I didn't say it right.
But yeah, no, that was on point. Let's go to 1 Samuel 17:4. We're gonna get this. Let's see. Yeah, get into the mix of this, man.
Hey,
I wish we could put up 2 of these things with
right.
him next to.
Hey, let me tell y'all something too. Stop listening to your preacher. Stop listening to your pastor that's telling you the law is done away with. Because you're missing out on the best part of the damn book.
Right.
This story right here, this motherfucker goes so damn hard, man. Me and Kasar Pakai was talking about, like, if we made a movie, nigga, give me a Tyler Perry budget. I want Martin Scorsese budget. Man, just this story alone, it'll go.
It's like Godfather. It wouldn't even, you couldn't put it in one. It's gonna have to be 2.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the rise of King David, like Michael Corleone. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know what I mean? Because this is some mafia stuff.
Yes.
The whole thing, and then to go into Solomon after it, man.
Some of the camera shots that you got to get, especially what we about to read, with David and his brothers. I can just see David sitting there like, nigga, shut your ass up, man. I'm here to do the Lord. Like, it's this shit. Your pastor is hurting you because you're missing out on your culture.
Right.
This is a super sidebar. Forgive me. I was talking to one of my ribs, my main, I ain't gonna say my main, but the rib I had for a long time, right? And she was talking about the times that we're in, and it's scary, and we don't have anybody to lean on because Black people don't have this. I'm like, that's exactly why the answer to our problem is coming into the ISUPK and keeping these commandments. Because we don't have the infrastructure. We don't have the nukes. We don't have enough guns. We don't have enough nations supporting us. So clearly our answer is God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your pastor ain't giving you any artillery, man. Commander Gianna got us. We loaded, man.
Damn,
we ain't scared of none of this shit, man.
Right.
Like, we ain't scared like the young nigga ain't scared. You know, I've been waiting to Swiss cheese. We just ain't gonna do the Swiss cheese.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we just not scared in here because it's like you can't give me a scenario where the white man wins.
Right.
Not one.
Right.
It's a lie. That nigga really think Donald Trump is the answer. That's crazy.
You ain't lying, man. What's I in Christ? This is
They think Project 2025 is the answer.
Right.
It's about to get y'all a swift kick in the ass.
You ain't lying. No, that is exactly heavy what you're saying, sir. I'm telling you, I'm listening to, like you said, different economists. They realize the American empire is over. I listened to something earlier today on the way over here. I think he was saying basically he's like inflation. You know, the inflation is happening. Things are rising. And he was like, basically, they're telling you lies and we're believing them. So he was like, eggs. Oh, no, man, I wish I could explain it how he said. He was like, inflation is happening so much that we can't buy expensive, fancy things anymore. He was like eggs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not supposed to be rare. It's not supposed to be expensive. And he's like, and then you're going to believe the lie that they're going to say it's bird flu.
Right.
And that made me even think like, damn, I believe the lie that it's the bird flu. But the economists that really studying this, they're like, the American empire is over. BRICS is coming up. There's more money and wealth in China. And they said 65% some of the world's wealth is in BRICS.
What they say
they
about
cannot get money from America no more. Yeah,
they say when you see in a star, it's been dead a long time. That's America. It's a dead. Why that flag got all the damn stars?
Right.
You seeing something that's already dead. Babylon is already fallen.
Right.
You serious, man?
And you have to be out of your mind. They said we became fools for Christ because to see what you see, everyone else is like, oh my God, we're struggling. We're like, this is getting good.
It's
getting
good.
You know what I mean? Like this is the good part of the movie because the Goliath is about to fall, and it's how we tie back in. It's like everyone else is like, who's gonna beat him?
Listen,
And this little boy, David, but it's the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It all ties in. It's like we are David. Israel is David. Goliath is America. There's no way we can win this battle. And at the height of his pride, he's like, man, which one of you, y'all gonna be our slaves? Or we got? And it's like,
come on,
man.
The parallels is crazy. I think 300 did the best thing, and it went over everybody's motherfucking heads. Man. He said, Leonidas was like, listen, if we get them in a narrow pinch, their numbers ain't gonna amount for nothing. And that's how this works. The Lord is using the white man to take that broad shit that was once America. 9/11 started it. Take that broad brush that is America, and now it's getting so fine that the only thing is going to be come to UPK. Only thing that's going to be left is keep the commandments. And that's only two things you got to do. Nobody, that's how simple this shit is. You think life was difficult. It's two things. Join the ISUBK, not because we were recruiting your ass. Join the ISUBK because we the only organization that's been around and that's here right now that's going to support you and be prepared in the times that are coming and keep the damn commandments.
Right.
That's the shit that's going to make the Lord about face and say, all right, nigga, what's up?
Right.
I can stop this shit right now. That's the crazy part. God got so much control, he just, and it's over. We got to stop playing. But the problem is, unfortunately for y'all, you got to wait till it gets thinner and thinner. That's why the Lord's setting up the 144,000 to accept y'all, because when shit get thin, then y'all going to realize, oh, it was that simple. Yeah, nigga.
and last thing, go ahead.
Just, to your point, it's like that scene in the Terminator where Arnold Schwarzenegger says, get in if you want to live.
Right.
It's either live right now or you see this motherfucker coming.
Right.
He breaking through the damn bars.
Right. It's a quick decision. You better make it.
But you seeing this, it means you're at the end. You should have listened, like, using their Sarah Connor was saying, like, this shit is about to happen in 1996. You don't listen.
Right.
This is what we've been saying.
Right.
It's gonna happen. You just gotta listen. And then when it happens now, it's like either you listen now or you run.
And what you're saying, sir, is that the pastor's not preparing you, and he's just letting you enjoy the time in this. When in reality, it's like he could be telling, like you said, if World War III pops off, and all these people that haven't been even thinking about this or getting prepared for this, the last moment they're gonna be like, God, help me. And it's like, where have you been in this whole time when I've been asking you to help me? Right. You bitch ass nigga, for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's keep it solid.
World War III is in the New fucking Testament. So what are we even talking about? You don't even know what's in the damn New Testament. They not teaching you a fucking thing, man. Like that, you should be concerned. That'd be like going to the doctor and they not giving you no results. Like, so what's the results of my blood test? Don't worry about it. They done away with. Nigga, I know. Don't give me that.
I see what you're saying.
What's the result? Oh, I'm not thinking about that. That's what they do.
Most Christ. Well, if I may, let's keep it rolling for the Get to this, David. Who we got? Who's entering stage? We got this discussion Hamite. You know what I'm saying? Goliath.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 4. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
So they say that's about 9 feet tall. Somewhere in there.
A cubit is from the tip of your finger, your middle finger, to your elbow. So you take 9 of those in a span, which that's probably like a yard right there. He was tall as hell.
Verse 5. He had an helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of nails, like a mail. And the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass.
It's heavy. So you got to keep reading all this. Rio describes what he had on. It's heavy, the giant. You know, if you just think of this cat right here, and then when you make it an African, right, individuals like, okay, we are black, they're dark-skinned people, but we're not the same people. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they never depict this. It's like that's the part of the stories that it doesn't make sense too. Like for someone to watch it from the outside, it's like the Igbo don't like the Yoruba. The Zulu don't like this other tribe in Africa. And they can understand that they dress like this and they got this type of thing and they separate themselves by this and they all Africans and they beef. It's like we dark-skinned people, we not all the same. Right. This tribe of these dark-skinned people was funking with us. And we went to war with the biggest, tallest heathen, you know what I mean? But that's just what my mind thinks of with him. It's just like
I was watching something recently on YouTube. I don't know if they was talking about King Von or another one of them rap killers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were saying, I think it was King Von. They say he would like dress up like a homeless person.
Yeah, right.
Just to get close enough to his eye to kill him.
Right.
Some of them dress like a woman, all that type of stuff. There are Africans that look like black people.
Right.
Like if we needed, Christ would have died if it wasn't for that fact.
Mm-hmm.
And white people's ignorance is so important. Like everything is important because if white people weren't ignorant, they would look at a black person and be like, "No, you're not an African. You're the one I'm looking for. Come here." But a Roman, especially a Roman centurion, all he's thinking about is this the person? Is this the right person? All of y'all look alike. We don't look like black people. Don't look like Africans.
Right.
We don't. Africans be ugly, man. Mm-hmm. But there are a few Africans that look just like you. You'd be like, damn, that's me if I was African. The Lord gave us some protection even against our oppressor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to be prepared for that.
Right. Let's go to verse 9, maybe. We're just trying to skip through key points, but like I said, we kind of know the story. Everybody knows the story a little bit. But I mean, yeah, we don't have to really read. We can paraphrase it. It's just saying he yelled out saying, "Any one of you, any one of you from your side want to come and challenge me?"
This nigga was Orlando Brown at the
time. You will be my slaves.
Right.
Yeah. You know, if you defeat me, we will be your slaves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right. And yeah, David was like, run that. But now, yeah, where does David come into play? Yeah.
Now, if I may, just from where you're trying to go from here, because it's excellent time.
Right.
Are you going to go do the backstory of David with his brothers, or are you just going to do?
Let's see. I think I got. What's it? 26. What does it say? And David spake to the men and stood by, saying, "What shall be done?" So I think it's a little bit of all the men, fam.
At least
David, okay,
that part where his brother was heckling him. That's the part.
Okay, these now Saul and all the men, David rose up.
Yeah, it was 28. 28 for his brother. So yeah, 24 is a good start.
Okay.
All that, but yeah, 28 is that's
okay. I do. Oh yeah, I had that marked off, but yeah. I think we can start at 26.
Hey, think about this. Think about when you the youngest nigga in your family of your family's father's children, but you the coldest. And your older brother, he don't know, he can't respect it because he just know you the shit.
Right.
He just you know how brothers get in front of people. Now they're trying to stunt. And when you cold, the stunting don't work. It's like, shut your ass up, big bro.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 26. And David spake to the man that stood by him, saying, "What shall be done with this man that killeth this? What shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine?"
That's why it's been on my mind all day.
That he should defy the army of the living God.
It's a cold bar, though. So, I mean, it just showed the pride of being an Israelite. Also, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It also shows you, like, again, if you take the whiteness off of that, it couldn't have been a white man talking. This is some black stuff. Like the way David is speaking right now, is like he's so oblivious to looking at these Africans as a threat. Right. You know, he's really just like, so like, what's gonna happen if we deal with these people specifically, these uncircumcised Philistines, man. Like that's man. Yeah. Heavy, man. That's some beautiful stuff right there.
And in an underlining of it too, it is the pride of the UPK too. Like it's a righteous pride. Like who is this person to come up and challenge us? I don't care if you're from Harvard or if you topped out of a Bentley or if Jay-Z coming from the camp. Like who the hell is this? Like you know what I'm saying? Like we have the Lord with us.
Right. If
you know what I mean?
Example,
like yeah, like
how Captain Zaryak is.
Yeah.
He don't look at these. Captain Zaryak probably challenged 500 people.
Right.
Since I've been in the truth.
Right.
He don't never look at a challenge as a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
He really just be like number. It's like a notch. It's
right,
number 5,028. Right. It ain't a big damn deal to him.
Right. No, exactly, sir. Like the fact that you know the Lord is on your side is where it takes that fear away. Like what the hell am I gonna be scared of? Right. You know that the Lord looks at him disgustingly.
And I'd have done this before.
Right.
I'd have done this to animals.
Right.
I ain't scared of them humans.
Exactly. It's like who is this uncircumcised Philistine, whatever you want to call it. Tomato, it don't matter who he is. Our power, that's why the key word when they changed it from power to God, it really takes the context of the Bible away too. Like certain times when you change it to our power, it just hits different. Like this is where our strength comes from. This is what makes us great. It's truly the Lord and the lost. But yeah, keep going.
Verse 27. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. Verse 28. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David.
Damn, pissed. Damn.
Because he know his brother. He like, this nigga always want to fight. That nigga, he like 4 extra. Nigga was like 4 extra. On the dead homie. He really came in the camp off the back on the dead homie. What's going to happen to the nigga that killed his Philistine? Mm-hmm. His brother pissed off. He like, because he know he can't ass. He know David about to show he the cool, he that nigga. Right. And that his older brothers ain't shit.
Even in this, keep going. In the context, it seemed like he was about the money too. Look at what he was talking about.
And he said, why comest thou down hither?
What you doing over here?
Yeah.
And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness?
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Why you slamming
money? No. Somebody might come get these sheep, but that's gonna be our money.
Why say a few sheep?
Yeah.
That's cold-blooded. He probably had like 300 sheep.
Yeah,
because that's how niggas talk.
Right,
you be doing big shit. You gotta $100.
That little car.
That little job.
Yeah, that little job.
Like,
how you doing
like
your little job?
Customers. A little business.
That's deep. Yeah, because yeah, keep going. That's it right there. He said, I know that pride.
I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thy heart.
Right.
But thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle.
He knows like to fight.
But I think he's just saying you want to look. You kind of just don't. You want to watch. He think he just want to pull up and watch.
I think he know you like to fuck with fighting. He know like it'd be like Michael Vick. Like it's like I know you know how to get dogs and do some shit, but you know how to cheat too.
Right.
Like that's this is me. It feel like it's his older brother. So he looking at his younger brother like, man, you're not as cool. You're not as a warrior like you out here, man. Because you be skimming from the top. It's like, yeah, no, I don't be skimming from the top. I just whoop ass, nigga. I like to fight. Mm-hmm. I only want problems. That's how David came through, and his brother knew it. I think the next verse he kind of started getting on him with.
But okay.
Yeah,
for time, I mean, let's go to verse 36. And you know what I mean? All these different things it goes in, it talks about what? He says that, he said, you can't go fight him. You're just but a youth, and he's been killing since he was a youth. This is expert. You know what I mean? Goliath is expert at this. and it's just the odds are against you. There's no reason she even go out here. But David was thoroughly convinced. Yeah.
Verse 36. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
can you start at 34 though? That's the
Verse
same
7.
point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Verse 17, verse 34. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion
Right.
and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock.
Damn.
And I went out after him and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him.
That nigga just talking about how he killed the bear and the lion. The beard is obviously the lion,
Right.
but the bear is the one that he took. Man, come on, David wasn't scared. That's what I mean. His brother knew, like, you just like to fight because he had them experiences.
Right.
So now David always like, oh my God, you know what I do with the flock? What's a bear? What's a bear to me? I'll fuck up a gorilla too.
Right.
A lion?
Right.
I'll slap him in the fucking face. Come on.
And
Dead
you-
homies.
And you see that the sheep was already dead. It was kind of, he just felt offended that the
Exactly.
lion, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
You
give
ain't
me
about to
that
eat my
back.
sheep.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah, we gonna eat it. If anybody eat it or something, like, I don't know. Even if we bury it, it's just the fact that you came over here with this bullshit. Like it. You know what I mean? It's just like, nah, David wasn't having that.
He slapped the shit out of him and he killed him. He said he stole him and slew him.
And you know, cats don't want to go around. That's why I hate the way they make the black man so weak in the movies and stuff. Like,
that's what it
people
ain't
don't want to be
real.
around pit bulls, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't completely took that spirit off of us. It's like, nigga, nah, I'm an animal too. Like, I ain't scared of no pit bull. Like, he gonna bite, I'm gonna bite him back. Like, somebody gonna have to die.
Also,
But you know what I mean? It's just like, this is a lion. Can you imagine, like, a lion hop up in the room? That's a real,
some shit you can't
know what I'm
predict.
saying? Like, this is way more than a pit bull. You
And
know what I mean?
what the most important part is, none of this is about black on black crime.
Right.
This is, David is feeling this away about a Philistine,
Right.
someone of another nation, someone he don't call a neighbor
Right.
or a brother. You're like, this is how I deal with animals, and I'm gonna treat this uncircumcised Philistine the same way I dealt with that lion and that bear. He didn't walk into that valley scared. He was even more confident. You thought Goliath was confident.
Right.
David was motherfucking confident. He was like, man, and he was disrespectful with it. I don't want to get further. We're gonna get there.
Right.
But he was disrespectful with it. He could have killed him like a man. But he was like,
I think that's where we're gonna cap off at that part too. We go, yep. So what we got? Because for sure, he said he could. David was the business. Like, to me, I always, let's keep going.
Sometime the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 36.
Maybe we could go. Oh yeah. In the middle, right? Because we already read some of it.
if I
We just want to go from the top with it.
if you keep going, it gets to it.
All right.
If I 36.
Seeing he had defied the armies of the living God, like to defy the armies of the living power.
Mm-hmm.
David said, moreover, Yahweh that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. Mm-hmm. And Saul said unto David, go, and Yahweh be with thee.
Right. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what that is either. Like, I want to know that. Like when you bring the Benjamin voice into it, it brings it to life. Like with Saul, he's like, you know, I want to go mess with him, David. Yeah, he been killing things since he was a youth. Yeah. You're gonna come up in here, you're gonna go kill him.
Hey, off the back.
Yeah. He's like, all right, go ahead and fight him then, David. Lord be with you.
It's like
you know what I'm saying? Like, you're hard-headed. Fine. You want to die today? That's fine with me.
Go ahead.
You can die. We're going to see what we're going to do. Who's making oxtails?
Yeah, right. Hey, look, because they was like, we about to make oxtails for these Philistines. Yeah. We about to lose this battle. The whole time, David was like,
We actually about to win this shit. You know, that's why he was like, what I can't do is win with all the shit you putting on me.
Right.
You want an army with this and that. You want me to look like a warrior. I don't need that. I'm good with this. I'm about to fuck them up with this.
Right. So
out there like that? Yeah, like that.
So we're just gonna go straight to the I guess when maybe this day 46. I'm thinking even further down. I think get straight. We know, you know what I mean.
44.
Hour, yeah.
Hey, do 44 though.
44. All right.
Do it like the African.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Yeah. This is this is. He was juicy, off the bat. Man. Yeah.
Hey, and this is a synopsis, man. This is some good shit. Y'all missing out. The law ain't been done away with in the UPK, man.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 44. And the Philistine said to David, Come to me.
Come to me.
And I will give thy flesh to the fowls of the air.
Damn.
And to the beasts of the field.
That nigga thought he was about to win.
Yeah. Let me do my hand, my voice. Come to me. And I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air. Yeah, that's and to the beast of the field of the field. I hate them. And that's how we feel about him. Like, I hate this guy. I hate the way they talk. How the niggas say he hate Drake. I hate the way they walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how David felt. Like, this fucking Philistine. You know what I'm saying?
David look like Kendrick Lamar.
Just shut the hell up. The son
he probably had bugs all flying on him and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Foo-foo. Right. Fresh off some foo-foo.
It was probably flies all on.
I will feed you.
Like, this nigga gonna watch his ass.
Feed you to the fowls today. Today you will die. Today.
All right, nigga.
All right. Whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Well, that was you had to call that one. That was. Where we get to? Let's see what he take him out though.
45. Go to 45.
Verse 45. Mm-hmm. Then said David to the Philistines.
He didn't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna have to turn it up. You know what I mean? We have to turn.
We're gonna see if we go with their sword,
right,
and with the spear, and with their shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, and the power of the armies of Israel, who thou hast defied.
Nigga, that's some superhero shit, man. That's some Avenger shit right there, man. You ain't never heard this before a day in your life? This the first time anybody could. Yeah, it is. Because I saw that white shit you watched too, man. That shit is lame. It just be this one white boy in some sandals and a Roman toga, and then he slinging the sling. And man, David was no punk bitch. Goliath just said some heavy shit. He said, I'm about to feed you to the birds and the fucking crows. Right. The crows and the hyenas. David was like, nigga, you come to me with a sword and a shield and think you're gonna do some shit? I come to you on the name of the Lord. He was like Rev X. I come to you in the name of the Lord of Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior, man. You know what I'm saying? He just came at it with some real shit. Like, I'm coming at you with the guy that you define. You about to find out today that all that shit you talking is trash. And we know how it goes. Right. Wherever you want to skip to.
I mean, I think it's a verse 49.
Damn, no.
48.
46.
40. Oh,
40. No. I mean, I just synopsis. He just said with
Go ahead, please, sir.
46.
Okay, yeah. Then let's bring it on down. You call it, sir. You call it. I'm trying to get some. Yeah, you're right.
This day will Yahweh deliver thee into my hand.
It's a mine hand. Go ahead.
Come. And I will smite thee.
And I will smite thee. Go ahead.
And take thine head from thee.
Nigga was not lying. Go ahead.
Come. And I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air. And to the wild beasts of the earth.
He said, you just gonna feed me to the fowls and the beasts. I'm gonna give your whole motherfucking army.
This is a professional rock slinger, is it?
Like David was That's why his brother knew that this nigga naughty when it come to fighting. I'm gonna kill you, your fam, your great grandchildren. I'm gonna make sure my children kill your great grandchildren, great great grandchildren, and have my great grandchildren kill your great great grandchildren. David was serious. Go ahead.
Come. Woo. That all the earth may know that there is a power in Israel.
And don't everybody know about this story? That's why they tell you the law is done away with.
Right.
They don't want you to hear these stories of black men, West Indian men, Mexican men coming together, man, and not giving a fuck, man. We built better. Right. That all of that shit about we not the generation that was cool with slavery. Yes, you are, because y'all not the generation that's down with how David was. David didn't give a damn about these Africans. He damn sure wouldn't give a damn about white people.
Right.
We could really get this shit over quick. The Lord said it in the Psalm, I think Psalm 83 or Psalm 81. He said, if we would just keep his laws, he'd have been fucked with us, man. He'd have been turned this shit around, man. We're holding up the progress. So what do we have to do in the ISUBK? We have to read you these stories to show you that we are bigger than Instagram.
Right.
We are bigger than TikTok. Sis, you bigger than shaking your ass.
Right.
Brother, you bigger than your guns and your money and your cars, man. It don't matter.
Right.
You should have created the money. Your face should be on the money.
Damn.
That should be your car company.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are at a base level, man. We want to raise y'all, what's that shit? Y'all vibration. Y'all frequency.
They love saying that, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
You low vibrational.
Right. We want to make a high value. We high value over here.
Right.
Fuck you talking about.
Right.
Man. This shit is easy to us.
So, value in the Lord's eyes. That's they need all that matters. And like you said, low vibration. Everybody that says that low vibrational be low vibrational. So yeah, the fact that you got to come on the internet and call somebody low vibrational is pretty low vibration. I don't think people that are on high vibrations are on the comment section of something on Instagram right now.
I see them comments and I go, I'm not going to.
Right. Well, where we at? Let's go. And I got something on here too to go with the visuals for this. Yep. We were. Okay.
I think it would be more
48 or 49.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go 48? Yeah, 48. All right.
Verse 48. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine.
Come on, nigga. This nigga was on some Goku shit right here. Keep going.
Exactly.
Verse 49. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead.
So,
and the stone sunk into his forehead.
You see
he fell upon his face to the earth.
Yeah. That wasn't no joke, man.
You got to show
He took that. It was quick. It was. Yeah.
Look at that.
You understand? Yeah. Yeah. That sling ain't no joke, man. Yeah. That sling ain't no goddamn joke. And David was a professional with it.
Right. Look how he hit that from that far.
Hell yeah.
Look how he hit that melon. Wham.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like a gunshot.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was a bullet. The original musket was the sling, man.
Right.
He just loaded a bullet up. That's why it had to be a smooth rock.
Right.
So he can, because he knew his weapon.
Right.
But it was, what I'm trying to say is, Goliath was heavy. He over here like fee, fi, fo, fum. David was like, we got light on my, because again, he dealt with heavy beasts. So he's like, I'm going to be light on my feet with this mother. Boom, he went in, had to pull the shit out real quick on some anime shit, did a spin around, swing, boom. That shit sunk right in his damn forehead. It wasn't no light hit. It was a dead shot. Dead shot his ass.
And it's just like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's two ways I look at it. Like, one is, I always like to think of the Bible with guns. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody a movie back in the 90s. They did Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, but they had guns and cars, and it was like in modern times. They still talked in old English, and it's like if they had it with hood language or the Bible verses or modern times with guns in it, same story. It's like Goliath is this cat with a chopper. You know what I'm saying? Or like
it's like
you know what I'm saying? A 50 cal. And a nigga come up with a deuce, right? Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened right here. And
it's like,
yeah.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of the dude that was just shooting for no reason.
Right.
He's like, but you talking about he did because he hopped up and boom, he knocked the ball down.
That's how he did it. They was Goliath was.
Yeah.
How did 6ix9ine do it? That was Goliath. Hey, right. You know what I'm saying? He just came through one time.
One shot though. All you got is one shot, really.
I don't know how many you kill.
It's just like I think of like basketball players, right? Like I've just been in situations like I'm not really a good guy. I'm not. I mean,
when they lock in.
Yeah, like there's just been times where I don't know what it was, but I just had a day where I was just like on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, my shot is really going in.
Yeah.
This is like a peak performance.
Yeah.
The next day I was probably trapped. But it's like one day it's like you're just so confident, you're like, oh, this was really going in. Or you just against a certain defender, it's just like you're ready. So I just imagine it's like David being so confident, the Lord moving with him, it's like it went even faster than normal. You don't know how the angels are lined up. Like that one shot just, it just had a force to just take him.
That shit was
cool. No opportunity to miss.
If smartphones existed back then, that shot probably sounded like the ricochet was probably just like because they was in the valley.
Right.
Everybody was like, it's like that scene when the anime character hit the ground and all the wind just
right.
Because he hit so hard on that one. You're like, damn. If I may, the next verse.
Yeah. Down verse 50. So David.
Did you finish?
Verse 51. Select.
Okay. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof and slew him.
Good night.
And cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
Cut that bitch off and held it up. He couldn't even get his sword out. That's how quick David killed him. It was still in the sheath.
I think he left it. He told him he didn't want to take the sword. They told him to take this armor and stuff. He's like, no, I haven't proved this.
No, that he took
Goliath's
sword.
Yeah,
he killed Goliath so fast he couldn't even pull the sword. He couldn't even do this.
Oh,
I see what you're saying. Said he hates it.
Oh, it wasn't no fair fight either. Like,
ran up.
Okay, I thought you were talking about David pulled out his own shit. Right. He wasn't even tripping. Yeah, he didn't even have his sword out. He was like, I'm gonna just beat him up or something.
He said, fuck all that noise.
Right.
I'm about to kill your ass. You don't come against God. Not the real God, not the living God. You go against Buddha. You go against Jesus Christ, the white man. But you ain't about to come against Yahweh while Yahweh shot. Shut your ass up. Hush. That nigga David probably looked like ruler.
I don't even know who that is. I keep.
What?
I probably seen his face, but I don't know. I heard y'all talking about him earlier.
But he got that energy, that same crash out energy. David was crashing out this whole time. That's what people missing. He crashed out from the moment his brother was in his ear, like, man, he just came here to hear this shit. He started crashing out. Nigga, what the fuck? He was like, what the fuck you talking about, man? David is the original crash out. I don't think Moses didn't even crash out. It was David and Isaiah. Them the two original crash outs, man.
And then the fact that they said the Philistines saw their champion was dead and ran is they had all their hope in him. So this cat could come and do it. And we didn't think he was nothing special. It's like I said, us being the nation of Israel, it's like that's more fearful to see somebody that shouldn't win than to see somebody that should win. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's why the Lord said he hardened Pharaoh's heart. Because to see this nation rise up, that no one, when they say they'll no longer talk about them that come out of Egypt, it's like these people have been put in charge over the American empire, the people that went to Mars, the people that made it to the moon.
Look at how the Lord is setting this up.
How?
Look at Donald Trump's inauguration.
Right.
Elon Musk did this.
Man.
He said, "My heart goes out to you." That ain't nothing but the Roman salute. That ain't nothing but Hitler in Nazi Germany.
Right.
And the stupidest part of all of that, white people, listen up.
Right.
The stupidest part of hailing Hitler is Hitler lost, you dummy.
Mm.
You're going to lose because you're hailing Hitler. You're going to lose. If the Lord said he's going to do something crazy, you're seeing what that looked like. He done gave Donald Trump, the stupidest white man, power over the greatest nation on the planet Earth. Black people think that they can, Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase, Hakuna Matata. They think that they can do that and the white man gonna love them. No, Latinos think they can, you can't do that for white people. They're gonna put you to death. Stop cooning for them, man. You understand? Like, with all that being said, the Lord is going to do something in America through the ISUPK that's going to make Egypt we're not going to talk up. You know how fucking heavy that is? To say we're not going to talk about the 10 plagues? The 10 plagues? We're not going to talk about Moses telling God, like, if I tell him who you are, what am I going to say? Nigga, I ain't been known by nobody. I've been known by the God Almighty. My name Yahweh. Ain't nobody. We're not going to talk about that no more. What he about to do in America about to be so crazy. We're not going to talk about Egypt no more. We're going to talk about what the Lord did in North America.
Right. Damn right.
Jesus Christ. Who's in North America but the ISUPK? You understand?
Damn right.
Nobody else.
All right, let's get the let's see, verse 54, and then this is my favorite part right here. No, so this is what you're here for.
That's a good
54 and then 57. These are my two favorite, and y'all know I'm a little bit nerdy with the Bible, so this is go ahead. No, I'm gonna show you how I got nerdy with this. So yeah.
First Samuel chapter 17, verse 54. David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent. 5. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistines, he said unto Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is the youth?
Whose son is this youth?
Whose son is this youth? And Abner said, as thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell.
Right.
No. That's very different.
and so he said, he said he took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, and he had it in his hand. Read verse 57.
And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, Abner took him and brought him before Saul with the head of the Philistine in his hand.
Right, like this is the gangster part to me. This is the part what makes me think of, for one, he would be considered a sociopath today or something like that. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no place in American society where that can happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. This is a civilized society, right? If the police do it, if the military does it, no one would justify you walking around with somebody's head in your hand.
Remember dead presidents? That one nigga?
Yeah. Oh, he was when they went to the army.
Yeah, the Chinese, the Vietnamese people.
Yep.
You're
crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to jail. I don't care if you're in the military. If you move like this, they're not going to let you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be put away. But that's why I say I nerded out. If you read in verse 1 of this chapter, you don't got to. I'm just going to see right here. Let me see if it comes up. But it says they were in the valley of Shekah, I believe. Shekah. And he said he walked to Jerusalem. I looked that up. It's about 33 miles. This nigga's walking 34 miles
That last
with somebody's head in his hand. You know
it
what I'm saying?
was crazy. Yeah.
But you have the Lord up. That's what I'm saying. In today's standard, he's crazy. In the Bible, he has the man of the Lord. So I don't know what the Christian church is teaching about this book, but these are the things. Like I said, you can go to Samuel. Samuel chopped up Agag. It was scared for him when he come into town. You know how he get down. David, he's a man of war. He chopping heads off and walking down the street with it.
If I may.
Go ahead, sir.
Please read verse 58.
And Saul said to him, whose son art thou? Thou young man? And David answered, I am the son of thy servant Jesse, the Bethlehemite.
That's crazy. That nigga had all his shit together. He was like, don't worry, I'm not crazy. I know who the hell I am. I know what I did, man.
Right. So,
woo, like you gotta breathe on that type of shit, man. Like a black man spirit ain't been dampened. Ain't been dampened. The white man ain't did nothing. This is still the spirit of a black man.
Right.
I know it's my spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, man? Like,
yeah, this is supposed to be always this thing, Adam Sandler. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who they telling me, Jerry Simon. They're telling me this story is about Jewish people. Like, let me put a Jewish person on the screen just to, now I didn't want to do. It was a too heavy bar to end on that note. Like, that's what we're gonna wrap it up. But I just like when you look at them, they're telling you this story is about one of them. It just doesn't add up. Yeah.
It don't add up. It also don't add up that the Philistines would be white too, man.
Right,
like this,
right.
No, this what continent is this happening on? Let's be realistic here, man. This ain't happening where white people is at. It's happening where dark skin and black people are at.
Right.
Beautiful.
I think that's we're gonna close it out on that. This will be the first episode of Unroll the Scroll. You understand? We out here bringing these Bible stories to life. Like, subscribe, share the content. We're gonna have many more of these. We're gonna put them together. We're gonna break down this King David, the rise, the what they call the peak,
right.
The fall. You know what I'm saying? Right. The rise again. You know what I mean? And we will keep on rolling, man. But this book is a living book, and these stories they never get told to us from our perspective, from a nigga's perspective. This book that I heard about King David as a kid was just, for one, it sounded like he was 8 years old. Just like a little boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of a young man, yeah. And then Goliath just went to sleep. He was snoring.
That's the crazy part.
David
all you hear is he did the swing part. You don't hear the part where he ran up and grabbed his sword, cut his head off, and then walked 33 miles to the city and said, here's the head of the nigga I killed.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I just hear, whoa, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, this is real warrior stuff. Yeah. Most High Christ. All right, we'll go ahead and close it out.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel.